Greetings, Dan Daniels here. I wanted to answer the question regarding Python programming and text editors. It's part of the lesson, the learning objectives, Python or P2PU. And so I didn't want to type it, so I just created this presentation. So here's the URL, and let's go to the next slide. Okay, so the text editors, actually before we go, I'd like to point out that the CSS on the website has a problem in Chrome. Alright, describe several benefits of using a programming text editor. Well, tab completion is pretty big. Memory, the programming editor can recall the variables and classes you've constructed. They're also very simple to use. Identify one or more programming text editors that run on your operating system. I'm running Linux Mint 13. I use idle, Pluma, and gedit. Describe the concept, benefits of using an integrated development environment. I have used IDEs in the past, primarily Eclipse, many years ago. IDEs allow programmers to organize files and libraries, provide tools for versioning, debugging tools, very important, automatic tools for building or compiling code, and sometimes a GUI interface for creating GUI applications. This is what I remember from Oracle, or rather from Eclipse. Next slide. Identify some similarities and differences between a programming text editor and an integrated development environment. Well, similar. Code highlighting and actually, depending on the programming text editor, code completion. There's also line numbering. We'll add that. Line numbering. And let's drop the font down a little bit. Line numbering, etc. Difference. IDEs can be very complex. In contrast, that's misspelled. In contrast to code editors or to simple programming text editor, I'll just use that phrase exactly as it is. Just like that. Save. And they can be very complex, and the IDEs have directory and versioning management tools as well as debuggers. Programming text editors generally don't have debugging tools. Save that and present. Let's go to the next slide. How many slides are there? 6. So list at least one integrated development environment that runs on your operating system. I'm using idle. Choose a programming, blah blah blah. I'll be using idle and IPython 3. Why did I choose these two? Well, idle is built in. It comes with Python and batteries are included. And there's a lot to learn in idle, or a lot of tools built into idle that are fairly useful. And I'm using Python 3 because it really helps me keep track of what I'm learning and how I am learning it through creation of a history and notes. So I want to thank everybody for their time, and I hope this satisfies the requirement for the class since I didn't really type up very much. Thank you, and happy computing.